What up, dude? 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 Okay. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. What's going on, Aunt Natty, PN2, Ross, Brittany, Miss Lori, Gigi, Queen Sag? What's going on? What's up? Happy Monday. What's going on, Faith? How are you? Y'all come on up in the room. And we're going to get this thing crack-a-lacking. All right. Got it. Hey, Diane. What's going on? How are you? How are you? All right. Listen, y'all. So, child, it's a mess around there at the Tyler Perry Studios, y'all. It is a complete mess around there at the Tyler Perry Studios. Okay, so we're gonna get into what's going on. We're gonna watch this young man's docu-series. Okay, it's 9 parts to it. Okay, but I listen. I want to be fair. I want to hear him out. I want to hear what he got to say. I feel like. Well, I don't feel like, I know I told y'all about this about a couple weeks ago. When the Derek situation came out, I told you guys about this because it was up under, he had made a comment up under the Shade Room or the Neighborhood Talk, one of them, and he said he was coming. He said he was coming. He said he was gonna get Tyler and he was gonna get the rest of them. He said it. What's up, mother? What's going on? So, I mean, he said it. He said he was coming. He said he was coming. So we're going to listen to it. I'm going to give commentary in between, and we're going to go from there, child. I just felt like it needed the same amount of attention that the Derek situation deserved, right? Or got. I didn't go over the lawsuit itself because I feel like, why does it keep signing me out? I feel like everybody else had done well on that. So give me 1 second. I thought I was already signed in over here. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Y'all know I told y'all I write everything down on damn index cards. What's going on, Precious Jewel? What's going on, Miss Major? What's up with it? What's up with it? Listen, if you guys are in my Patreon, I asked y'all a question over there. Because we got some more cooking videos for y'all, and I was asking everybody over there what they wanted to see first, Everybody voted on pepper steak, child. Everybody voted on pepper steak. It was pepper steak, oven baked ribs, and the other one was just like a however you say it, compilation video of all of them put together. All right. All right, let's get into it. I ain't finna be waiting on nobody. Let's see. I thought the man had blocked me, y'all. Cause I did send him I did follow him, and I thought he had blocked me, but I was calling his name Brandon Wells. That is not the man's name. The man's name is Braxton. Braxton ain't stopped posting since last night. All right. Let's get to part 1, and we're going to listen to it, and we're going to go from there. All right. Let me share my screen. All right. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I listened to a few parts of this, and if I'm honest, he kind of made me a little sad. I ain't gonna hold you. Kind of made me a little sad. I mean, But anyway, let's just go ahead and get into it, child. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, and let's go. Wait, y'all ain't gonna be able to hear it. Here we go.
All right. I'm not about to hide anything with you guys. I'm not. And I'm not about to sit here and be afraid and be silenced by people knowingly they did me wrong. I'm calling out Tyler Perry Studios. I'm calling out Mark Swinton. I'm calling out Jeannie Harrison. I'm calling out Michael Robbins. I'm calling out Tyler Perry. And I'm calling out Mark Temple. And I'm calling out Chris Giovanni. I want you guys to know what you guys did to me was very unlawful. And me being a retired vet, U.S. Army vet, going through post-traumatic stress disorder, going through mood, depressions, everything that I've claimed in my testimony. You all covered it up. You all covered up a felony crime of what Mark Swin has done to me. I've asked for help from the California State Bar to complain to Jeannie Harrison because she didn't tell me my California rights as a U.S. Army veteran and a California LA resident. I'm sitting here looking on the news that this kid named Derek Dixon is getting unlimited jurisdiction quit pro as an LA resident, right? His incident happened in 2020 in Georgia in an employment place. He said he had a sexual harassment, and he was groped by Tyler Perry in Georgia as an employment place. But he's an LA resident. All right, y'all tracking what I'm saying? 2022, my incident. I get sexually assaulted and raped, drugged, blacked out. That's a felony crime. And it happened in Georgia as an LA resident. So if you guys don't know the laws in Georgia, this is what they put against me. They said I had a 2 years of a statute of limitation. I got 5 months late. 2 years of statute. 2 years of statute of limitation, right? Now let's go back to Derek Dixon. 2020, same incident, but just a different, he has sexual harassment. That's way before statute of limitation, right? 2 years, right? That's what, 4, 5 years? And he gets a lawsuit with his attorney, Jonathan Delshad. Jonathan Delshad gets him a $260 million lawsuit. And it's all over TMZ, it's all over Fox, it's all over every news outlet that you can name, right? Every news outlet. But my civil attorney. Now let's go on a story how all this stuff happened to me ever since I came out with my first video, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. TP, I'm not afraid of none of y'all. I'm not afraid of none of your lawyers. I'm not even part of this business, entertainment business anymore. You're gonna get exposed.
Tyler, Tyler, Tyler Perry, in my Monique voice, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry. You better come on to the front. You come on to the front, because he said he gonna expose all y'all. He ain't afraid of you. Okay, he not afraid of you. He not afraid of you at all. He ain't afraid. He ain't afraid. Just letting you know, Tyler Perry.
Me being with Yahweh Elohim, Yahshua the Messiah, I am covered. And I'm about to expose every demon that is literally possessing you right now. I met a guy who's my manager named Chris Giovanni. Now, I had an agent out in Atlanta. Her name is Joy Purvis.
Real quick though, you know, I have never been a fan of when you're exposing somebody that you gotta name listen, I get it. I'm not trying to take away this because y'all, I know how y'all can be. I'm not trying to take away this man's experience. All I'm saying is, why whenever somebody try to come out and expose, they got to get the name of everybody? Like, that I don't quite understand. Everybody else is catching strays while you're exposing. I don't know. I've never been able to rock with that. But anyway, could just be me.
Everybody knows Jake Purvis, of course. You know, and I told her I was going to go to this guy named Chris Giovanni. And Joy told me, "Oh no, you shouldn't go to him. He's a bad guy. He's not going to be the right manager for you." So I'll say this: I meet Chris, I get signed. You know, he wanted to have dinner. He wanted to meet up at Mama Shelter in Los Angeles. Mama Shelter is closed right now. It's closed down, but that's where me and him met up at, and we had a conversation. So I told him about my situation. Like, I was just telling him what I went through. And, I went through the whole Tyler Perry situation with Mark Swinton and what he did to me, paying me $6,000 to shut the hell up, to not ruin my career, his career, or anything like that. And, you know, I told him about the situation I went through, me being sexually assaulted and raped. And he told me, he was like, "Oh, yeah, I had the same client that went through that. And all my clients who are on working with Tyler, you know, they're going through a lot of stress, and people are taking advantage of his clients. Even somebody, 2 years of statute of limitation, right? Now let's go back to Derek Dixon, 2020, same incident, but just a different, he has sexual harassment. That's way before statute of limitation, right? 2 years, right? That's what, 4, 5 years? Oh yeah, I had the same client that went through that, and all my clients who are on working with Tyler, you know, they're going through a lot of stress, and people are taking advantage of his clients. Even somebody, a female lead right now, I think her name is Melissa, who's on Ruthless, is saying the same thing, that she's ready to leave Tyler Perry too. But that's another side of the story. I'm not.
See, that's why this is why I'm saying when you trying to tell your story and stuff like that, you don't gotta name other people. Cause see, we don't know Catherine or Susie or Sally or Sharonda. We don't even know who you was just saying. So like when you telling your story, it's all right, I guess, to name the people that's involved. But then when you come out here and talk about these other people, we don't know Sally, Sue, Mary, and Martha, them, we don't know them. And so it really does nothing for us for you to tell us what they're getting ready to do. And I mean, I get what you're saying, but it does nothing for us. Oh, what's going on, Demetria? What's going on, Leslie? What's going on, Catherine? What's going on, Miss Monet? What's up, y'all? Shout out to y'all. Welcome on in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let the people know we live, honey. Share the video out because I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Though. All right, let's go.
And talking about that right now. He was the one that kind of orchestrated everything and told me, I think you need to report this. I think you need to say something. Because I've been holding on for this for 2 years. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know who to go to. Being an actor, as y'all all know, it's a hard situation to go through. This is your life. This is what you want. This is your career. This is your dream, right? This is all that you want. But then, you got somebody that you trust, your manager, that's going to support you in this. And he's like, I'm gonna help you, but I need you to, when I do tip off this guy, and he's talking about Mark Temple, who's Tyler Perry's attorney. But yeah, let's keep going. He tips Mark Temple's attorney and told him, hey, I have a client that's going through the situation. What you want me to do with this? So Mark Temple tips off Tyler. As I quote, Tyler was pissed. Right? Tyler was pissed. And that's all I hear from, Chris. And Chris was telling me, they're going to have a third party attorney that's going to contact you, and they're going to do it's going to be normal, and they're going to ask you, hey, we've been hired for Tyler Perry Studios to do an employment place investigation, but Tyler's going to know about all the information. He's going to know about what's happening, know about all the accusations, right? Okay, so let's get to the nice things here. So Chris tells me, hey, just tell them that I try to send you an audition for Straw and this and that, and because I don't want to be having a conflict of interest, because I have clients, they're making about $100,000 each episode. I mean, well, they're making their client, his client is making $1 million, but he's making $100,000 on each client, and I'm pretty sure he has, like, he told me it was like 3 clients that he had on there. But anyway, that's like the moral of the story. But he told me to lie for him. That's red flag number 1. He's been working for Tyler for since he was 18. I think the guy's like 32 now. I'm not really good at math, but pretty sure that's what. Oh yeah, I had the same client that went through that, and all my clients who are on working with Tyler, they're going through a lot of stress, and people are taking advantage of his clients. Even somebody, a female lead right now, I think her name is Melissa, who's on Ruthless, is saying the same thing, that she's ready to leave Tyler Perry too. But that's he's been working for Tyler for since he was 18. I think the guy's like 32 now. I'm not really good at math, but pretty sure that's almost 13 years. I'm not really good at math, but that's a very long time. The guy knows the guy very well. So I'm going through the investigation, right, guys? Michael Robbins sends me a message. He has this other paralegal that's typing up all my stuff. Okay, she's listening to everything in my whole testimony. I tell her everything. I tell her everything what happens. I even got the testimony written out and everything. I literally have everything. So, I'm over here trying to figure out, okay, should I get an attorney? I don't know what to do. This just doesn't seem right, right? So I'm trying to figure out to get an attorney. I let Chris know I want to get an attorney. The dude gets pissed off, talking about, you don't need to get an attorney. You're just gonna cause problems and all this and blah blah blah. We can't have this happen. And I'm just like, well, I need to be protected because I don't know what these guys are going to do. They're going to manipulate me. These guys are very powerful. They're billionaires, you know. They can do anything. I don't have shit. I ain't got money like them. I don't have shit. I don't got nothing like them. I'm just trying to take down the person who sexually assaulted and raped me. That's the person I'm trying to take down. But here, it gets even much better. While I'm looking for an attorney, I'm looking for entertainment lawyers to try to see who's connected in the business that can really help me out in this situation because I don't have anybody. I have a case, but everybody's not trying to take on my case because it's so political. People don't want to ruin their reputation. And I don't know why people don't. I just feel like it's just so stupid how this entertainment business runs. These people are sitting here like, oh, I'm not trying to mess up my political rep, you know, if I take on the case like this, and then they're just ruining me. Who gives a shit, man? You got a person over here that's been sexually assaulted, and that's a felony crime. Let me say that again. That is a felony crime. Okay? Vulnerable, PTSD, 100% disabled veteran that is going through, and to be honest with you, I'm federally protected. But I'll get better. I'll continue that story better on to my story when I'm trying to tell you. I'm looking for an entertainment lawyer. There's this guy named Doug Johnson. Doug Johnson, I don't know. I guess he deals with stuff like this with sexual assault. But he's like, this ain't my type of thing. But I think I know a woman that can really do this for you. So he introduced me to this lady named Jeannie Harrison. Jeannie Harrison, I guess she repped for the Harvey Weinstein victims. And, you know, I don't know what happened in the Harvey Weinstein, and I've seen that he went to jail. He's been indicted and stuff like that. He's been working for Tyler for what, since he was 18, I think. So, but he said, this ain't my type of thing. But I think I know a woman that can really do this for you. So he introduced me to this lady named Jeannie Harrison. Jeannie Harrison, I guess she was she repped for the Harvey Weinstein victims. And, you know, I don't know what happened in the Harvey Weinstein, and I've seen that he went to jail. He's been indicted and stuff like that. But it sounds like it's good on paper, right? You know, she's got everything that you need, right? So let's continue. She takes on my case. I tell her from the beginning of the story. I tell her, listen, I had a lot of attorneys tell me in Georgia because I don't know my rights because I live in Los Angeles. I'm a resident at Los Angeles, but I went over there and traveled in an employment place and came back, right? So, you know, they're saying the statute of limitation is 2 years. And I told her this straight up. This was statute of limitation for 2 years. And I had several attorneys tell me that in Georgia. So I was like, well, they were telling me you're going to have to get a civil attorney in LA because you're a resident in LA. So I'm going here trying to figure out the situation. I'm telling her she still takes on the case. But she says, hey, I'm about to go on vacation for a whole month and I'll let you know when things are going good. I waited a month. Okay. I waited a month. No words. Nothing. I haven't heard from anyone. I haven't talked to anyone. I only talked to her paralegal. Paralegal's like, just keep sending us some of your doctor stuff and your medical documents. Now, as you know, guys, that's HIPAA Act. Giving out federal documents, what I'm going through in my medical procedures, and knowingly I didn't know they were trying to keep a felony crime hidden. That is a felony crime, and that's federal. But I'll continue. Um,
Well, um, okay, okay. Shout out to those of you that are in the chat. Those of you that have come in. Goddess Fatima, uh, Catherine, everybody. Shout out to y'all. Bliss Empire, everybody that's in here. Shout out to y'all. Lord, I think I done forgot my question. Okay, so the lady took your case, right? She took your case and stuff. And then she told you she was going on vacation for a whole month. Her paralegal said, keep sending us your medical documents, I guess to prove, you're having issues, I guess. I don't know. I guess maybe from your therapist or something like that is what I'm getting at. um I'm gonna let him finish, but mm, not being able to get somebody to run this case for you is crazy, but to also not get any advice on what to do is also even more crazy to me. Like nobody gave him any sound advice on how to handle this situation. Like, I don't know, that is crazy to me. Nobody. It's like nobody gave him any sound advice on how to handle this situation at all. And it sounds like he tried to take the right steps, but dang. Anyway, I feel bad for him. I do. I ain't gonna lie. Now I do know what y'all are saying here. I do understand. You got to give medical information, which I don't know. I guess because necessarily the lawyer didn't tell him like, oh, I'll take on the case. I guess he's feeling like, why does he need to send in the medical information? I don't know. Um, I don't know what happened. However, my professional capacity as a vet, he need to contact the VA. They have resources to help him. He seems triggered and possibly off his meds. Oh, okay. As a vet myself, I concur. Definitely need to go straight to the VA. Okay. Gigi, my son is retired from the Air Force. I agree with you. He should go straight to the VA. Okay. Well, okay. It sounds like no one believed this young man. Let's keep going, y'all.
I'm giving all my medical documents to an attorney that is representing me, right? And she doesn't mention any of this stuff to them. Now I know she's gonna tell me, "Oh, I said these things, and blah blah blah." But why haven't you tell me my rights in Los Angeles? Why haven't you tell me I had unlimited jurisdiction in Los Angeles? Why you didn't tell me I had quid pro in Los Angeles? Why was this case not seen by a judge, jury, or so? But he said, "This ain't my type of thing." Derek Dixon's case, because I wanted criminal and I wanted civil, but she said it was impossible to do any of that because of the statute of limitation in Georgia. Oh, and I totally forgot the third party attorney, Michael Robbins, who was doing the
Also, I want to point something else out too. And this is no shade to this young man at all. But I want to point this out too. You're accusing someone who works with Tyler Perry of R wording, and you're accusing Tyler Perry Studios. The difference is Derek is suing Tyler Perry directly. That I think that's the difference. I'm no lawyer, I'm no attorney, but kind of comparing the two, I'm not sure that and I get it. He's saying that that she told him that he couldn't do a civil or criminal, but at the same token, I think you're kind of comparing things that are not necessarily the same. They aren't necessarily the same. It's a little bit different. But I see what y'all are saying in the chat. What's going on, CJ? How you doing? Hey, Bama girl, what's going on, everybody? Um, Again, I'm no attorney. This is just my opinion based off of what he's saying. Right? All right, let's keep going.
investigation. She's been doing business with him for over 15 years, and they've done the same. They were working together at the same practice before for 15 years. They worked on the same cases together as a team. Conflict of interest. A vulnerable victim that's been sexually assaulted and raped, mood disorder, PTSD, depression, going through a lot. going through a lot. And you took advantage of my medical documents. No Silence Act order in California as a resident. As a VA disability retired soldier, I cannot be silenced doing me having a disability. That's a federal crime. I can't be silenced or coerced.
Maybe he'll get to it also too. I just wouldn't accept no one person telling me no, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I know he said he went to multiple people, but I'm talking about like attorney wise. I wouldn't just stop at one. I wouldn't stop at two. I wouldn't stop at three. Damn it! If I'm really trying to get something done, I'm gonna keep going until I can't no more. Somebody is gonna tell me something. Somebody somewhere is gonna advise me in the right way. Like, God, dog, nobody. That's crazy, man.
Or pressured to be into signing in anything without seeing a judge, a jury, and I was never told those rights. That's legal malpractice. I make a police report while I'm in Colombia to the Roswell police in September 25th when I came out with my first video. My first video before I even signed the NDA. And the NDA was signed in October 31st. Because I even told her I didn't trust her. I didn't trust what they were doing. They were manipulating. I felt like I was being pressed. Even the third party interviewer, Michael Robbins, didn't even give us a conclusion on the case. He didn't even tell us who was at the wrong or anything. He didn't even give us any information. Tyler Perry knew everything. He kept all that information silent. Everything silent. He
So here he go, where he's saying that Tyler Perry knew these things and never spoke up, never said anything. Now in the shade room comments, he said that he had even went. Now I don't know if he's going to mention it here, but he had said he had went to Tyler personally and told Tyler, like, this is wrong, you should have fired this man. This is what he said in the comments up under the shade room. Now this was last or 2 weeks ago whenever Derek's lawsuit came out.
didn't let anyone know. But my attorney saying, hey, I got text messages of the lady telling me this. Derek Dixon's case, because I wanted criminal and I wanted civil. Derek Dixon's case, he's saying, hey, I got text messages of the lady telling me this. Stay away from the police, keep your status quo, delete the post, they can sue you for defamation. But they want you to take it down so they can still pay you. Okay, so let's go back. I got a 2-year statute of limitation, they said. I don't have a case, right? I don't have a case. So if you got a 2-year statute of limitation in civil in Georgia, you have no case. We ain't paying shit. We can fight you in court, right? But they said, no, we still want to pay him. We still want to negotiate. My attorney still didn't tell me my rights. I was still never told my rights. I was manipulated. I was coerced to sign something that I didn't want to sign. They had me in an increment payment. They settled. My attorney has settled with me with $500,000, and she took $201,000 from me and leaving me with $298,000 versus $260 million that Derek Dixon is requesting.
I get it, sir, but I think the comparing of the two is unfair. And again, I say that based on the fact that I feel like this is someone who works for Tyler Perry. The other dude is trying to come for Tyler Perry because, well, I'm not saying that this is the sole reason. I'm just saying that he's coming for Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry got the coin. We don't this what the man name is Mark Swinton. I just think comparing the two is unfair to yourself, right? I'm not saying that you can't sue Tyler Perry for 260 million, but I think comparing the two is hurting yourself a little bit. I think you're torturing yourself with that, and that's just my opinion.
And he's doing criminal and civil. And you tell me I wasn't manipulated. I wasn't shut out, silenced. I was pressured to sign that contract. They tell me to delete the post because I was gaining traction. Because they were getting too much attention. They knew the situation I was going through. It was wrong. Tyler Perry signed a contract knowing that he said I deny every allegation. Him and Mark Swinton. And he kept the person in that very office that did a felony crime and sexual assault and rape. Me having me saying, hey, I got text messages of the lady telling me this. Me having me getting diagnosed, working on getting, like, I was getting diagnosed with Stockholm syndrome. If you don't know what Stockholm syndrome is, I would advise you to look that up. I had every medical documents proving that, but my civil attorney ignored it. I'm gonna just say this. I don't need no help from no man, no woman, no politician, no lawyer, no law enforcement. I don't need no help. I just need a fair trial. I'll represent my damn self. Yahweh will represent me. I don't need no lawyers. I don't need because all I asked was for some help. All I asked for help. But you know what? That's what the devil does. Keeps tearing you down, feel like you ain't got nobody. But the only person with me is Joshua the Messiah and Yahweh Elohim, my Father, Father in heaven. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Tyler Perry, Marquis Swinton, Jeannie Harrison, Michael Robbins, Chris Giovanni, everybody that was part of this glorious manipulation. I'm going to get every single last one of you because I know you guys don't want to go to court with me. I dare you to go to court with me. I dare you. You can't even take nothing from me because everything is going to be voided in court. Everything is going to be void. The judge is going to ask you, why was this not being seen by any judge? That's a person that is going through PTSD and having all these medical problems and medical issues, and this was never presented by my attorney. This was legal malpractice. So I want you guys I want you to give me all the paperwork you want to have me subpoena in court. I will be gladly to present all these evidence to the courtroom and to the judge and show how much of a manipulation that you guys done to a U.S. Army veteran that has served this country. Issues, and this was never presented by my attorney. This was legal malpractice. So I want you guys I want you to give me all the paperwork you want to have me subpoena in court. I will be gladly to present all these evidence to the courtroom and to the judge and show how much of a manipulation that you guys done to a U.S. Army veteran that has served this country, has done everything to do for this country, and you treat me like this. Don't worry. This is just the beginning. And I'm going to get every last one of y'all. Every last one of y'all. You, Mr. TP. You, Mr. Swinton. You, Miss Jeannie Harrison. You, Michael Robbins. And you, Chris Giovanni. Yahweh is watching all of y'all. And then he already know what you guys did. You can't hide from him. But I promise you, I'm going to get a fair trial. I even talked to Derek Dixon's attorney. He wants me to come and I give him all my evidence. He wants me to come and, you know, come testify in court. You want me to come testify in court? I gave you all my evidence and you couldn't even help me? Oh, I got a lot of workload with Derek. We got to take down Tyler. Well, all right, Mr. Jonathan Delshad. Let's take down Tyler.
All right, so we heard all 9 parts. Okay, those were all 9 parts. All 9 parts. So I want to say a couple of things here. The difference between him and Derek, and I'll say it again, Derek is suing Tyler Perry directly. This young man, it sounds like he has smoke for Tyler Perry because they came up with this, with the NDA and the you know, the payout, the settlement or whatever. That's where it sounds like his issue lies with Tyler Perry. I need you to have the same smoke for the man who actually committed the crimes against you, or who did the things against you allegedly. I wasn't there, so I don't know. So we're going to say allegedly. The alleged crimes that he's saying that are federal crimes, I really want us to be focused on those, because that's the main focus, right? I don't know. It just seems like he settled for the first person or the second person or maybe even the third person who just told him that they can't do this. He keep asking what his rights is. I'm not understanding. Like, again, I feel bad for him because you can tell he's hurt. You can tell there's something there. You can tell. So I do feel bad for him. I just feel like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like, I don't know. It just seems weird. Like we only gonna stop at that one person and just allow that one person. I mean, if you know that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, what are we doing? We're not moving around. We're not trying to find nobody new, nobody different, nobody that we, I don't know. And then he's saying that Derek's attorney said that his workload is, or his case load is too heavy right now with Derek, which is understandable. $260 million. I get it. And listen, just because someone sues for $260 million doesn't mean that that's always what they're going to get. You know, all of those things. Like, granted, we get all of that. I feel like his story does need to make rounds just like Derek's did. I do feel that way. And I understand why he's feeling how he's feeling because Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios is involved. So I get it. I get it. Uh it's just heavy though. Like, you know what I mean? Like it just feels like he's stuck. Feels like he was kind of stuck from the beginning when he started asking stuff, but then it feels like he kind of just gave up on asking, and I don't know. I don't know. This one, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry. Listen, today is July the 7th, okay? And this particular situation is 2 weeks after since Derek filed his lawsuit. Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry, you better tighten up. All I know is if I hear that Monique went down there to that dog, if I hear Monique went down there to that courthouse and filed a lawsuit against you, Tyler Perry. I'm sorry, I know this is serious. I know this is serious, but listen. Uh, mm, I don't know, Tyler. You're gonna have to do something around there. You have to tighten up. Now, Mark, what's his name? Is it a man named Mark? Yeah, Mark Swinton. Mark Swinton. Now he's a producer and a director over Tyler Perry shows over there. So I mean, I don't know, y'all. Like, I feel several different ways about this. I feel for him. I do. I feel for him. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? I feel for him. Shout out to the Thai Squad for being here. I appreciate y'all. I feel for him, but then again, I'm just asking myself, why did he just stop with just hearing like, oh well, he keeps asking for his rights, like he wants to know what he can do and what he can't do. Living in LA and filing a case, or Tyler Perry being in, or the studios being in Georgia. I get it. I kind of get it, man. I kind of get it. He was being told that the statute has run out for him in Georgia to sue, but Derek lawyer is suing in California for what happened in Georgia, which is true, Tracy. Glad you picked up on that. That is so true. That is true. That is very true. It wasn't the lawsuit wasn't filed in Georgia. It was filed in California. That is true. Great observation. Man, I'm sorry for you, but Tyler Perry. I believe the people gonna come out swinging at this point. I really do. I really feel like, Faith. It's not always that. I seen you just made a comment, something about him crashing out. Listen, y'all always want to somebody saying something to crashing out. I think that's crazy. Like, I do believe that he's feeling a type of way, but I don't think that can be equated to like, oh, he's crashing out. Everybody look, some people really do want true justice. Everything is not about crashing out. Everything is not also about money. He's saying that he wants someone to hear him out. Now, speaking of that money, speaking of that settlement or that NDA, now, sir, I don't know if you're gonna have to pay that NDA. I mean, pay that settlement back. You had got 500 in the settlement, but your lawyers got 201,000, left you with 298,000. Sir, I don't know, cause ooh. Oh, I don't know. I wondered about that. About that money, and if they could come after you for breach of your NDA. I was curious. I was curious. But yeah. To be actually assaulted is hard for both men and women. I agree. Men just now talking about it after many years of male yeah, I agree. I do agree with that, Michelle. I agree. He did try and got criminal case first, then civil. So I don't think it was all about money. I don't think so either. I don't think it's all about money, and nor do I think he's like crashing out. I feel like we overused crashing out. I really do, but that's another conversation for another day. Um, we've seen some true people crash out now. Tyler Perry is definitely going to sue to get the NDA money back. That's what my hope was, is that you coming out, and then on top of that, y'all, he posted. I'm gonna tell you what triggered him. First of all, this is not his first time talking. He said he did a video in September of 2024. They came up with the settlement NDA agreement in October of 2024. But 2 weeks ago, under the Shade Room comments, he said this, and I went to go look up the man, because I was like, I was like, I ain't never heard of this man before. I looked at his what is it, the IMDb or IMB, whatever it's called. I looked at it and I saw it said that he was a producer and a director. And this guy made mention something that was interesting to me. He made mention about Straw that just came out on Netflix with Taraji P. Henson. He made mention about him directing Straw and all of that kind of stuff, or talking some he mentioned about Straw. I thought that was interesting too. But I think he could be upset with himself because he settled Natty. And shout out to Natty for being a member for 31 months. I appreciate that. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. Y'all know how we feel about Natty around here. But I see that. I see that being the case. Not this guy. I'm talking about the Mark Swinton guy who works for Tyler Perry. He was a director and a producer. And now it's saying that he's the vice president. So child, he definitely got some say so and some pull around there at TP Studios. I thought in most cases attorneys get around 33%. Am I wrong? I thought so too, CJ. I don't know. I kind of thought that $201,000 was a lot, but hey, I don't know. I don't know what the agreement was. Now I do know, again, he got the let me see. So he got several things on here. And might I add that he is a handsome man. He got a nice smile. Okay. Nisi said that this Mark Swinton name need to be spread just like TD Jakes. How TD Jakes get in it? I can't see this. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. The settlement release non-disclosure agreement. So this is the non-disclosure agreement that he added up here. It is 10 pages of the non-disclosure agreement, baby. This look like an old school scan, honey. I would be a fool to read all of this. Y'all can go look him up. All right, so this is Genie. So he's posting the text messages and the conversation. Y'all go look him up. His name is Braxton Official _ let me see. Okay, so he got some notes here about what happened. Okay, wait a minute. In January 2022, I was R-worded by Mark E. Swinton, VP. So he is the vice president at Tyler Perry Studios. Okay, he goes on to say, after being lured across state lines from California to Georgia under false pretenses involving my work on BET's The Oval, I was a retired veteran with PTSD. They used my mental health trauma and status against me, but the R word was only the beginning. My civil attorney, Jeannie Harrison, pushed me into a secret NDA while the criminal case was still open. She never told me about a federal or military protections. She never filed a civil case, and she worked behind the scenes as Tyler Perry's defense. Okay, so he's given the case number. What's this for? This is federal crime. Okay, I don't know what. Okay, is ChatGPT telling you this? That look like Chat GBT. Yeah, I think that's Chat GBT right there. Okay. Wait a minute. NDA signed October the 31st, so he signed it on Halloween. Signed under coercion, mental distress, and concealed legal rights. Okay, this is obstruction of justice. All right. Also a California resident, assault in Georgia in 2020. Okay. Mm. Civil lawsuit for actual assault, grooming across state lines. I didn't know that was grooming across state. I didn't know that was something. Fraud, emotional distress, legal malpractice. Okay. So that's what he put there. He also put some text messages. I guess this is flight receipts. Because I did see somebody enjoy your flight. Let me know when you land. I'll let you know when I land. And okay. So there's a lot going on over here. So I guess this is what all he's accusing the different people of. R-word grooming and a transporting a victim across state lines under false pretenses. Now, if I'm not mistaken, okay, anyway, legal malpractice, conspiracy, obstruction of justice. Now, this is for Jeannie, and failure to uphold federal and veteran rights. Tyler Perry and Tyler Perry Studios, negligent retaliation, enabling a predator, and participating in the cover up. Michael Robbins, conflict of interest in suppression of material findings as third party investigator. Again, I think this is all extremely interesting. I don't know about the settlement or the NDA. You know, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay, those are the summaries of what happened. What's this right here? Screen Actors Guide. Okay, so this is for his salary. Oh, you was making $4,500 an episode for the Oval. Okay, can't be no minimum guarantee. But wait, what's this? The following salary rate of $3,664 per studio week, with minimum guarantee of $4,500 per episode. Schedule B performers must receive. Okay, child. Okay. All right, that was signed on DocuSign. Okay. Let me keep looking, y'all. Gloria Aldred. How do you say her name? She said, they care about well, this is what he quoted. They don't care about justice. They only care about money, fame, and their image in the system. I reached out to Gloria's firm, one of the most famous women's right lawyers in the world. After I was R-worded, manipulated, silenced, and betrayed by my own civil attorney, I am a disabled veteran, groomed and trafficked across state lines for a role on the Oval. And this woman had the nerve to say she can't help. It's all fake. These celebrity attorneys don't care about real people. They care about cameras and contracts. Gloria has time to fight for famous clients on Netflix, but not a R-word victim and veteran whose rights were stripped under California and federal law. Okay, child. He no shade, sir, but you sound like you a Yahweh somebody half to death. Yahweh gonna come talk to you, and Yahweh this and Yahweh that. Okay, now the attorney's telling him not to go to the police anymore is weird AF. Tracy, I'm just having a hard I don't understand. Why did he just stop with that one attorney? Why could he not have asked other people for help? That's the only person. Now, granted, you telling us that you reached out to Gloria, but you can't find nobody to even give you or steer you in the right direction. Nobody. I guess when you mention, I guess when you mention, I guess when you mention Tyler Perry, the people be like, "Nah, child, we don't want to take that." I don't know, like it just, I don't know. Um, what's up, Uncle Jay? What's going on? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think this is very interesting, but Tyler Perry, you definitely need to tighten up around there. You better start calling and asking, hell, did I do something to you? Because I think the people gonna start trickling on in. Listen, say what y'all want, but baby, all of these big name peoples and these famous peoples. Listen, I don't put nothing past none of them, and I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, sir, Mr. Braxton. But I wanted the people to hear what you had to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's only fair if we talk about Derek and we talk about everything else going on, and you bring this to the internet. I feel like it's only fair that we talk about it as well. So that's why I decided, I was like, I just need to do a video on this too. I don't care what anybody says. That lady is not going to take his case for free. Gloria ain't. Hey, Coco, what's going on? Maybe the people didn't want to go up against a billionaire. I mean, I get that too, but you couldn't ask nobody for some advice. I don't know. It just seems like I wouldn't have stopped at these one or two lawyers. I don't know. He said he reached out to at least 3 attorneys. I wouldn't have stopped at no 3. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have. And then you go to some that I mean, I can understand if their caseload is full. Like, I get it. So I think I don't know. Dear Braxton, thank you for contacting our firm regarding your legal matter. Unfortunately, due to our office present caseload and trial commitments, we are not able to consider representing you in any claims that you have outlined in your intake. You may wish to contact your county's bar association for a referral to an appropriate attorney. Please be informed that in every case, there is a time period in which an individual must file a lawsuit or forever lose the right to do so. I have made no attempt to certain that I mean what that time period is pertaining to the set of circumstances you described. In addition, the fact that I cannot represent you should not necessarily be constructed to mean that you have no case. If you wish to pursue this matter further, I would strongly urge that you seek a lawyer immediately to evaluate the facts and to advise you. I still would have kept on searching. Searched all over. I found somebody. I mean, I searched high and low. The floodgates are open. He didn't have to like it, but she is under no obligation to take anyone's case. Plenty of attorneys say no. Right. They have that right to say no, you know. That's why I said I wouldn't have just stopped at 1 to 3, because listen, out of the 3, everybody could say no, but I'm gonna keep going, you know. I don't know. Hey, Charlotte. So they did tell him how he could get another attorney to represent him, and he just had to follow through. Listen, I'm just gonna say, for me, I wouldn't have stopped at that one. And especially if I'm about fighting and about, you know, getting what I need to get. I think maybe he feels like he's stuck with her. Maybe because I don't know. You can't think you stuck with her if you reached out to Gloria. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how this thing play out. I'm sorry, but what happened said he happened to him. He is a victim and deserves justice. He does deserve justice, but I wouldn't just stop with one person. That's my thing. Why are you stopping there? I'm gonna keep on trying until I get somebody, something, something. I'm not stopping there. I actually said I feel sorry for the man because you can tell something's going on. You can tell he hurt. I mean, but if you sign this settlement, if you sign this stuff, I really just I don't know. To me, it seemed like it just sounded like he just went with what that one attorney said. But then on the other hand, he about to sue the lady because for illegal malpractice. So he has a lot that he's dealing with. And I just feel like he's stagnant. He's in one spot. To say that you don't need any help from any attorneys or anything, I think is whack to say, because you're gonna need some help from somebody in order to do this. Set your ego aside. I know you have been working on trying to get help. I know you've been working on trying to get assistance. Set that to the side. Set it to the side because you need some help. Clearly, you got to have some help. Clearly, in order for a judge, a jury, or anybody to hear this, you got to have some help. Somebody's gonna have to help you, and you can't just stop there. You gonna have to keep. You gonna have to keep asking and looking, because something happened. And listen, Tyler Perry. Let me say this. If you knew about this and you covered it up, y'all, I got a hole in my lip. Anyway, if you knew about this and covered this up, you wrong too. You need to make sure that you continue to find you some help. And hopefully you doing these videos, hopefully the right person will see it and they can help you. I don't know. I didn't hear like Pam's expertise on this as her being an attorney, how she felt about it. I did see she did a video on it. I may need to go watch it. But I just think I don't know. Jeff, he didn't just go to one attorney. Okay. Okay. He talked about losing everything. So I don't think it's simple as everyone is making it. Okay. Well, listen, I hope if that's the case, I hope somebody on this internet can help the man. And if not, I mean, I don't know what else to say. What else can you say? What else can you say? I mean, what else can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Yeah, he said he don't need our help. He said he don't need nobody's help. What we gonna do? What can we do? I believe he needs help of some sort. Now isn't the time to be like Jesus is a lawyer in the courtroom. Now isn't the time. I agree. I agree. I mean, again, I agree with what y'all saying, but he gonna have to find something or do something. Oh, clearly he's not gonna get anywhere. He's just not. He signed a settlement. He signed an NDA. He's got to find somebody who's going to help him figure out some alternatives around the stuff that has already taken place, and then assist him with the stuff that he's looking for going forward. I just truly don't believe that. I don't know. I don't know. If he stopped with Gloria, clearly he can ask some other attorneys, and his lawyer is absolutely wrong for not telling him, the one that got that $201,000. I can see where he's saying this. He feels like it's just all about money, because if that is the case, again, I would want to distance myself from you. I would want to be around. You ain't representing me for nothing, for zero zilch, and you didn't tell the man the rights. Yeah, something. Sir, if you see this, contact the VA in San Diego. The fact that the attorney took that much of his money of his settlement is an entire issue. Right, and I get that. And he ain't gonna just be able to stop with one. That's why I say he got more than one situation going on. He got like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 situations going on. He got the situation with the vice president. He got the situation with Tyler Perry Studios. Situation with Tyler for covering up. Then he got the situation with the attorney. And then he got the situation with the settlement. Then he got the situation with the NDA. He got a lot of situations under one situation. The VA will assign him someone who will walk him through the whole process. Well, can somebody tip the VA off or something? Can somebody do that for the man? Can you tip the VA off and tell them to call him or something? I doubt it, but I'm just saying, can somebody do something? I don't know, Mr. Sir. I do pray you get justice and stuff. If this, if it happened to you and stuff like that, I do pray you get justice. I ain't one out here talking about you crashing out and stuff because I don't really think that's what it is. I think that something had definitely happened because you can see it all in his face. You see it in his face. You can hear it in his voice. He had when he first started off this thing. He had a trouble in his voice, and you can tell. So, shit, if it don't work like that, okay. Well, listen, I tried. I don't know what else to do. I tried, sir. I want you to get some help, though. I really do. They say it don't work like that. I tried. So this is you look very uncomfortable in that suit. But this is Mark E. Swinton. I hate any type of physical assault upon a person by those who feel they simply can do so. I agree. He is a veteran. He is aware, but he is in a manic state. So he isn't thinking. Well, he definitely been in a manic state for a while because, he said he did his first video right before he signed that settlement. Then he signed the settlement, and then now here's where we are. So, I just pray and I hope that TP and the rest of I hope y'all don't come after that man for, he say he don't got nothing like that. I hope y'all don't come for that man for that NDA and for that what's the name? Please don't. Let the man live. Right? If he would have reported it to the VA doctor, they would have reported it to the police with him. He looked stuffed in that suit. Ooh. Wait a minute. Let me look at something real quick. He said he signed that. What's the name? Wait, what's this? This is junior high. This is just conveyed our counter offer of $650,000 to defense counsel. We weren't able to connect sooner because he has been in position. He's flying back to Atlanta soon today, so we convey our account. Okay. So this is where she tells him to stay away from the police. You know what? Yeah, sir, he got a lot going on. He really do. He really got a lot going on. I met somebody this weekend who went to school, food truck. Oh, well, they must didn't go past the 5th grade. Okay, so listen, y'all. Again, like I said, I just wanted to bring this over here to y'all so y'all know what's going on. I want to be fair. I feel bad for this young man. I really do hope he gets some help. I hope he's able to, get on the other side of this. Because this do seem like a lot. It seemed like your attorney is foolish and stuff. And so I'm just praying. Just praying. All right, y'all. Listen, I'm finna go. I'm trying to think. Not like I'm gonna work on editing this video. I'm gonna try to get this video out today. If I don't get this video out today, I definitely get it out by tomorrow. Although I really like y'all seeing me on camera a little bit, you know what I'm saying, when I do my cooking videos. If you guys have not checked out my pork chop video, go check out that pork chop video. The pork chop video is making its rounds here on the YouTube, on Instagram, and on the tickety tock. So shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being such good sports. I appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate it. Patreon. I have opened up a new chat in Patreon. Even if you are subscribed for free, you do have access to this new chat. But that's going to be our new food chat. I'll be asking y'all stuff over there, talking to y'all about food recipes. Y'all gonna get some recipes and stuff over there. Um, uh, yeah. So, all right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out. I'm trying to think. Am I going live for anything else today? No, I'm not going live. I don't think for anything else today, but I do want to give an update on Nene. Nene did let us know. Unfortunately, y'all. Y'all know Brent, Nene's son, Nene and Greg's son. He had a heart transplant, and Nene said that he's been in the hospital since May because his body is rejecting the heart transplant, and that's why she wasn't able to sign on with Traders, because I believe it is in Scotland, and she didn't want to be that far away from Brent because Brent, Nene is really all Brent got. Greg is no longer here. The other brother, what's his name? He stay in trouble too doggone much to be near Brent. And so again, Brent and Nene is really all Brent and Nene got. So prayers out to Nene because listen, you can say what you want to about the queen of reality TV, but the lady don't sweat. The lady don't sweat. We see her consistently being strong. She don't sweat. So I will be uploading a video. I'm not gonna go live, but I will be uploading a video where she is mentioning, where she's mentioning this. Prayers out to Brent. I'm praying for a speedy recovery through this process. Does anybody know whenever you get a transplant, your body can reject that transplant at any point during your healing process or even after that? I don't care what kind of transplant it is. Heart transplant, kidney transplant, any kind of transplant, your body can reject it after the fact, and that's what's happening with Brent. So prayers out to Lanithia, Monique Leaks, and Brent. All right. With that being said, I will definitely check you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. Make sure you subscribe. And you know what? Hold on. I'll do it later. And then y'all know we'll be live in the morning for our regular normal life. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.